Why don't bodybuilders ever play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when you're that huge. Laughter is the best medicine, they say, and it's also a fantastic pre-workout. Welcome to our video where we're not only flexing our muscles but our humor muscles too. You know, it occurred to me the other day, why do bodybuilders bring a pen to the gym? Because they want to do some heavy writing. Okay, I promise that's the last of the gym puns for now. But seriously, you gotta love the gym. It's the one place where everyone's drinking water like it's their job, and grunting is a totally acceptable form of communication. And let's not forget those gym goers who look like they're auditioning for a shampoo commercial. You know who you are with your perfectly tousled hair and not a single drop of sweat. But all jokes aside, let's dive into the real meat of this video. Before we start flexing, let's understand what it actually takes to build muscle. Muscle building, in its simplest form, is all about the interplay between two primary factors: protein synthesis and resistance training. Let's dive into the details. First up, we have protein synthesis. Imagine your body as a construction site and proteins as the bricks. Every day your body is breaking down and rebuilding its muscle proteins. This constant cycle of breakdown and rebuilding is known as protein turnover. Now, when the rate of protein synthesis exceeds the rate of protein breakdown, we have what's called a positive protein balance, and this is when muscle growth happens. So, how can you tip the scales in favor of protein synthesis? The answer lies in the foods you eat. Consuming enough protein-rich foods provides your body with the essential building blocks it needs to repair and grow your muscles. But remember, it's not just about chowing down on chicken breasts and protein shakes. It's about having a balanced diet that caters to all your nutritional needs. Now let's move on to resistance training. Think of resistance training as the architect of your body, designing and shaping your muscles. When you lift weights, run, or do push-ups, you create microscopic damage in your muscle fibers. This signals your body to initiate the repair process, which in turn fuels protein synthesis. The key to effective resistance training is progressive overload, which means gradually increasing the amount of stress you put on your body over time. This could be by lifting heavier weights, doing more reps, or increasing the intensity of your workouts. The goal is to consistently challenge your muscles, so they have no choice but to adapt and grow. But remember, muscle building isn't an overnight process. It requires patience, consistency, and a whole lot of dedication. And most importantly, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one person may not work for another, so it's crucial to find what works best for you. Now that we've covered the basics, we can start with our top 10 tips to increase muscle mass. Tip number 1, focus on strength training. A well-rounded fitness regimen is crucial, but when it comes to packing on muscle, strength training reigns supreme. This isn't about haphazardly hoisting weights though. It's about targeted, progressive overload. Your muscles are a bit like stubborn mules. They won't grow unless they absolutely have to. By gradually increasing the weight you lift, you're forcing your muscles to adapt, to become stronger, and yes, larger. It's a bit like telling your muscles, hey, get with the program, we've got heavier stuff to lift. Now let's talk about food. More specifically, let's talk about protein. Tip number 2 is all about consuming protein-rich foods. Imagine your muscles are a house, and protein is the bricks. Without enough bricks, that house isn't going to get very big, is it? Protein provides the building blocks your body needs to repair and grow muscle tissue. So, what should you be eating? Think lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, legumes, and for our plant-powered pals, tofu and tempeh are fantastic protein-packed options. But remember, balance is key. You can't just eat a mountain of chicken and expect to turn into the Hulk. And finally, tip number 3, getting enough sleep. I can almost hear the groans. But I don't want to go to bed early. Well, tough cookies, because sleep is when the magic happens. It's like a backstage pass to your body's own personal repair shop. During sleep, your body produces growth hormone, which helps repair and build muscles. So if you're skimping on sleep, you're shortchanging your muscle growth. Remember, building muscle isn't just about lifting weights, it's a lifestyle. It's about strength training, eating right, and giving your body the rest it needs. So gear up, fuel up, and tuck in. Your journey to a more muscular you starts now. Moving on to tip number 4, stay hydrated. Let's dive right in, shall we? Just like a plant needs water to grow, your muscles need hydration to expand. So, drink up. Not just when you're thirsty, but consistently throughout the day. A well-hydrated body allows for optimal performance during workouts and accelerates muscle recovery afterwards. It's like giving your muscles a spa day, only with more sweat and less cucumber slices over the eyes. Now, on to tip number 5. Eat the right fats. I know the word fat can be scary in the fitness world, but hear me out. We're talking about the good fats here, not the villainous ones. Omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids found in fish, nuts, seeds, and avocados are your allies in the battle for muscle mass. They aid in nutrient absorption, hormone production, and inflammation reduction, all of which are key for muscle growth. So next time you're grocery shopping, don't shy away from the fat aisle. Just make sure you're picking the good guys. Let's move on to tip number 6, increasing caloric intake. Working out is only half the battle. You need to fuel your body with enough calories to support muscle growth. Think of it like this. You're building a house, and your muscles are the bricks. You can't build the house without enough bricks, right? So, eat, and eat some more. But remember, quality over quantity. Choose nutrient-dense foods and keep your meals balanced. Finally, tip number 7, use compound movements in your workouts. These are exercises that work multiple muscle groups at once, like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. Think of them as the multitaskers of the exercise world. They stimulate more muscle fibers, which can lead to greater muscle growth over time. And who doesn't love a good 2-for-1 deal? Each of these tips plays a crucial role in your muscle building journey, but we're not done yet. Tip number 8, don't neglect your carbohydrates. Now I know what you're thinking. Carbs? Really? But hear me out. Carbohydrates are your body's main source of energy. They fuel your workouts, and importantly, they trigger insulin, a hormone that helps transport nutrients into cells. So if you're skimping on carbs, you're essentially turning your back on a vital ally in your muscle-building mission. So go ahead, embrace that bowl of brown rice or that sweet potato. It's doing more for your muscles than you think. Moving on to tip number 9, let's talk about consistency. Consistency in training is like that reliable friend who's always there when you need them. It's not about having one Herculean workout session and then taking a week off. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about sticking to your routine, pushing through the burn, and relishing in the sweat. Because let me tell you, when it comes to building muscle, consistency isn't just key, it's the whole darn lot. And finally, tip number 10, perhaps the most underrated of them all, taking rest days. Yes, you heard that right, rest days. While it may seem counterintuitive, rest days are when the magic happens. It's during this downtime that your body repairs and rebuilds your worked muscles, making them stronger and bigger. So don't feel guilty about that day off. Consider it a well-deserved reward for your hard work, a vital part of your muscle-building journey. In fact, think of it this way. If your workout is the epic movie script, then your rest day is the Oscar-winning actor that brings it all to life. Without it, well, you're just left with words on a page. And there you have it, our top 10 tips for increasing muscle mass. So, whether you're a seasoned gym goer or just starting out, remember, every journey starts with a single step, or in this case, a single rep. So go out there, embrace the carbs, be consistent, and don't forget to rest. Your muscles will thank you. Let's do a quick recap of what we learned today. We started with the fundamentals of muscle building, understanding the role of protein synthesis, and the importance of rest. Then, we dove into the first 3 tips, incorporating compound exercises into your routine, eating protein-rich foods, and ensuring adequate hydration. We moved on to tips 4 through 7, emphasizing the value of progressive overload, the necessity of a good night's sleep, the benefits of supplementing with creatine, and the role of a healthy diet in supporting your muscle-building journey. Finally, we wrapped up with the last 3 tips, understanding the importance of consistency, adopting a mindset of patience, and the power of believing in your potential. Each of these 10 tips forms an integral part of the muscle-building process, and together, they provide a comprehensive blueprint for success. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your muscles. Stay consistent, stay motivated, and you'll see results in no time.